Daughter of Zion, did you know that you were handpicked by the Most High Yah? There is no other woman like you on the face of the earth. You are strong, you are virtuous, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Today we will look at a Yasharali woman. Her name was Shoshanna, and this is her story. There dwelt a man in Babel called Jehoiakim, and he took a wife whose name was Shoshanna, the daughter of Hilkiyahu, a very lovely woman, and one that revered Yahuwah. Her parents were also righteous, and taught their daughter according to the Torah of Moshe. Now, Jehoiakim was a very wealthy man, and had a lovely garden adjoining his house, and the Yahudim came to him because he was more esteemed than all others. The same year, 2 of the elders of the people were appointed to be judges, of whom Yahuwah said, "Wickedness came from Babel, from elders who were judges, who were supposed to govern the people." These were often at Jehoiakim's house, and all that had any matter of law came to them. Now when the people departed at noon, Shoshanna went into her husband's garden to walk. And the 2 elders saw her going in every day and walking. Therefore their lust was inflamed toward her. And they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look to the Shamayim, nor remember right rulings. And although they both were smitten with her love, they dared not show one another his grief, for they were ashamed to admit their lust, that they desired to have to do with her. Even so, they watched diligently from day to day to see her. And the one said to the other, "Let us now go home, for it is mealtime." So when they were gone out, they parted from one another. But turning back again, they came to the same place. And after that they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust. They then both appointed a time together, when they might find her alone. And it came to be, as they watched for an opportune time, she went in as before with only 2 female servants, and she desired to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot. And there was no one there except the 2 elders that had hidden themselves watching her. Then she said to her female servants, "Bring me oil and washing balm, and shut the garden doors, that I may wash myself." And they did as she asked them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at private doors, to fetch that which she had commanded them. But they did not see the elders, because they were hidden. Now when the female servants had gone out, the 2 elders rose up and ran to her, saying, "See, the garden doors are shut, so that no one sees us, and we are in love with you. Therefore consent to us, and lie with us. If you shall not, we shall witness against you that a young man was with you, and that is why you sent away your female servants from you." Then Shoshanna sighed and said, "I am trapped on every side. For if I do this deed, it is death unto me. And if I do not do it, I cannot escape your hands. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not to do it, than to sin in the sight of Yahuwah." With that, Shoshanna cried with a loud voice, and the 2 elders cried out against her. And the one ran and opened the garden door. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at the private door to see what was done to her. And when the elders had spoken their words, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Shoshanna. And it came to be the next day, when the people were assembled to her husband Jehoiakim, the elders also came full of evil intentions against Shoshanna to put her to death, and sent before the people, "Send for Shoshanna, the daughter of Hilkiyahu, Jehoiakim's wife." And so they sent. So she came with her father and mother, her children, and all her relatives. Now Shoshanna was a very delicate woman, and lovely to look at. And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her loveliness. Therefore her friends and all that saw her wept. Then the 2 elders stood up in the midst of the people, and laid their hands upon her head. And she, weeping, looked up toward the Shamayim, for her heart trusted in Yahweh. And the elders said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with 2 female servants, and shut the garden doors, and sent the female servants away. Then a young man who was hid there came to her, and lay with her. Then we that stood in the corner of the garden, seeing this wickedness, ran toward them. And when we saw them together, we could not hold the man, for he was stronger than we, and opened the door and leaped out. But having taken this woman, we asked who the young man was, but she would not tell us. These matters we do witness. Then the assembly believed them, as they were the elders and judges of the people. So they condemned her to death. Then Shoshanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting Elohim, who knows all secrets and knows all before they come to be, you know that they have borne false witness against me. And see, I must die, whereas I never did such matters as these men have maliciously devised against me. And Yahuwah heard her voice. Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, Yahuwah raised up the Kodesh spirit of a young man whose name was Daniel, who cried with a loud voice, I am clear from the blood of this woman. Then all the people turned toward him and said, what do you mean by these words that you have spoken? So he, standing in the midst of them, said, are you such fools, you sons of Yasharel, that without examination or knowledge of the truth, you have condemned a daughter of Yasharel? Return again to the place of judgment, for they have borne false witness against her. Therefore, all the people turned again in haste, and the elders said to him, come, sit down among us, and show us, seeing Elohim has given you the esteem of an elder. Then Daniel said to them, put these 2 aside, one far from another, and I shall examine them. So when they were put apart, one from another, he called one of them and said to him, O you that have grown old in wickedness, now your sins which you have committed previously have come to light. For you have pronounced false judgment, and have condemned the innocent, and have let the guilty go free. Although, says Yahuwah, the innocent and righteous you shall not slay. Now then, if you have seen her, tell me under what tree you saw them joining together. Who answered, under a mastic tree. And Daniel said, very well, you have lied against your own head. For even now the messenger of Elohim has received the sentence of Elohim to cut you in 2. So he put him aside and commanded to bring the other, and said to him, O you seed of Canaan, and not of Yahudah, loveliness has deceived you, and lust has perverted your heart. Thus have you dealt with the daughters of Yasharel, and they for fear joined with you. But the daughter of Yahudah would not abide your wickedness. Now therefore tell me, under what tree did you catch them joining together? Who answered, under an evergreen tree. Then Daniel said to him, very well, you have also lied against your own head, for the messenger of Elohim waits with the sword to cut you in 2, that he may destroy you. With that, all the assembly cried out with a loud voice and praised Yahuwah, who saves those who trust in him. And they rose up against the 2 elders, for Daniel had convicted them of false witness by their own mouth. And according to the Torah of Moshe, they did to them such as they had maliciously intended to do to their neighbor, and they put them to death. Thus the innocent blood was saved that very day. Therefore, Hilkiyahu and his wife praised Yahuwah for their daughter Shoshanna, with Jehoiakim, her husband, and all their relatives, because there was no dishonesty found in her. From that day onward, Danielle was held in high regard in the sight of the people. What is your story? What would you have done in this situation? Are you righteous?